OtraXFavor. This is one more, please. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Otra, por favor. Y ustedes dicen.
Otra, porfa.
Su puta madre, salud, hijos de. Last year, I messed up. Last week, I messed up on the intro. I was actually a little rusty. I think I didn't record for salud, compas.
Saludcito.
I didn't record for a couple of weeks, so, it happens.
Yeah.
So today I have to, you give me that idea, so thank you. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Top of the morning.
English or Spanish?
Let's mix it up today. I feel like, so here's the one thing that I got.
We're losing English followers.
No, we're gaining English followers, but they're like, we want a little more English from y'all. So I was like, okay, cool. Whatever.
We have nothing to prove to. Nah, I'm just
kidding. Shout out to everyone that has been hitting us up on, all the previous episodes we've done. A lot of people has liked them. A couple people better fast in the games, just messages, re-shares on stories in Instagram. So for me, it's an honor, and how do you say it? I'm flattered, but I'm also I'm doing it because one, I love Austin FC community. I love the people, and I want to contribute to the cause as much as I can. So using this platform is one. So everyone, gracias. In today's episode, we have a returning guest, a friend of the podcast. He's been here. He was actually here about a year ago after the first season opener in 2024. He's back at it again. As an artist, he's evolved pretty much. In the past, he's sort of done stuff with collaborations with artists, but then as he's done projects, he's been doing more of his himself and solo, and he's been portrayed in several projects that Austin SC has done with the Heartbeat release, the Heartbeat jersey release. He was featured in it on the video, and also it was featured on one of the photos. And I did not know that he was also going to do the Heartbeat on Saturday. So today in the studio, I have Nando. And Nando, your camera will be that one right there.
How's it going?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien. Muy bien.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't think anyone knew you were doing the Heartbeat.
I didn't.
Maybe
either.
I did, but
I didn't either. I was told.
Yeah.
I was surprised too. I was like, "Hey, shout out Nando." He said that if McConaughey couldn't do it or something like that, I was gonna be up. I was like, what? I can't contribute.
You're the second
those
option.
are big ass shoes to fill, man. Come on now. But it was cool, man.
I mean, McConaughey, Nando, hand to hand,
I think you might have gone to more games, or are we hitting?
Yeah.
You might have done more
right.
for Austin FC.
I'll take it.
Hey, we're trying to get the
inserting pantalones.
we're trying to get pantalones here. So
Nice.
we'll see what happen one day. When we can happen one day.
Pantalones, if you want to sponsor us.
I know, right? We'll always talk good about your pantalones. Pantalones. So
We'll even call it pantalones.
Pantalones. And we'll show up naked.
And
We'll blur everything will us butt naked, and then we just have the Otra por favor logo.
The right pronunciation.
Right pronunciation. Mientras haga dinero, el mono baila. So
Con dinero baila el perro.
con dinero baila el perro. Igual. Same.
Este lado.
How do you
En el norte.
in el norte? How would you translate that in English? Con dinero baila el perro.
With money, the dog dances.
With
With enough
doesn't
money.
sound right. It don't even sound good.
Yeah. A ver, you give it a
homie,
shot.
the homie, the dog. What up, dog?
Yeah.
Dances.
With money the dog dances.
So I've seen your how would I say your growth as an artist.
Yeah.
And then for me it's I've seen my friends, in the project they take or the paths they're in, being consistent, but also pushing hard, and growing and getting recognized publicly. That's also an amazing thing. I think like for you as an artist, you're sort of having that this past year, and then leading up to this year, you're getting more commissions for your work. So before we go into all of that, and we go into how did you get the heartbeat and the heartbeat, Jersey, how did they reach out to you? And I want to know, as you were there, how was the behind the scenes? How was that everything for you? I want to first, if you can reintroduce yourself, just, share a little bit about you for anyone that doesn't know you or hasn't had a chance to hear episode 115. Y le puedes decir lo que tú quieras aquí. Si quieres llorar, llora, which has happened in the past. So, if you can say, reintroduce yourself and let the audience know who you are again.
Right. Soy Fernando. The homies call me Nando Orozco. And basically, man, I'm an artist. I like to paint. That's my one-liner, right? I like to paint. Anything with acrylic, brush. I love drawing. We were just at Murga practice. I was drawing Murga. Shout out Duke, But I'm an artist, man, and that's it. Like, I like to paint. I'm basically, since last year, man, it's really popped off, dude, and I appreciate you, appreciate the platform. Gracias, Rigo. Thanks to all the Verde community, right? Like, y'all have hired me for commissions, Shout out Kathy, shout out Alex, Andrew, all of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all deeply. And yeah, man, I'm a fucking artist. I'm a graphic designer as well. But I'm leaning more towards the art. One definitely influences the other, right? And I love, nothing will ever change me. Loving letters will never change. I always love letters first. So, but yeah, thank you again for having me on here, man. And muy agradecido. I really appreciate it.
Two things. You didn't say that you don't only hold a modelo can. You also hold paint cans.
Yeah.
Important in your process. That was that what you put in that card they put at the Verde store?
Yeah,
I'm a fucking artist.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's what I wanted to, man. But you gotta PG it for the folks, right? But no, man, a lot of projects have come underway, and since I was last here, right? And I thank you again for having me. It's a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure kicking it,
Pa eso estamos, compa. In English, that's what we're here for. Yeah, man. Like it's I know. Whenever you were here, you were starting to become more independent. Right. Have some stuff going on for yourself. Yeah. So seeing like the fact that like a lot of that has come to fruition, like it's great. And also last time you came, you didn't have the mustache. El de Pedro Infante.
They grow up so fast.
Pedro Infant.
Pedro Infant.
No.
He translated Pedro Infant. Google him.
When did you were like, you know what? I need to have a mustache. I think it's the first time I see you with a mustache. Like, how did that come about?
That's when he got the car.
Yeah.
No, man. I think there's a lot of there's a lot to be said, right, about masculinity. Masculinity gets a lot of bad rap, right? But it's always been natural, man. As Mexicans, you grow up. You grew up listening to Jose Alfredo Jimenez, Pedro Infante, Vicente Fernandez, bro. Like my pops, man, he had a bigoton, and that's my big ass mustache, bigoton. Translate, but it's always been natural, man. Like, there's a bad rap that masculinity gets, and I'm trying to bring it back, man. I like it. Like, it just feels natural. I like it. I got a lot of compliments on it, and having the caddy is good, but having the mustache with it is nicer.
So a little bit about masculinity, and before we go into like other stuff, we're actually in the near future. Yo Corral,
nice.
He did the Tifo design.
Abstract.
We actually had this discussion before the year was over.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like, dude, there's good men out there. We should aim to highlight that,
Exactly, yeah.
because there's a lot of assholes out there, saying masculinity is one way, but not, dude. There are several ways. So we are gonna actually go into that topic pretty soon, and we're all gonna have facial hair in a moment. So luckily, Rigo, no te cortes la barba.
And I'm not saying I'm a good man, but I'm trying.
Yeah,
I can try. I'm trying.
What's the imperfection you would say you have right now?
The what?
Imperfection.
I mean, I'm working on a lot of things, man. A lot of time management. Since the last time I was here, it's a lot, right? Like I like the 9 to 5 structure, but it's also, whenever I did have a 9 to 5, I was like getting home really tired, and that's when you have to put in the work. Or the 9 to 5 makes the 6 to 10 happen, right? And I was just tired, man. And it's a discipline, right? My brothers, my sisters, they've not beat that into me, but they've been very good influences on me, and that's something that I'm trying to rise to, right? Trying to be better at time management, discipline. I used to wake up early with my brother, like at 5, 6 in the morning, and go run like 1 or 2 miles. And I'm trying to get back to that. I've fallen out of that, but man, whenever I do that, afterwards I would meditate for like 5-10 minutes, then take a cold shower. I feel like the world is almost like conquered by 11 a.m. or something. It's crazy like that, right?
Yeah.
But those are the habits that I'm trying to get to, right? I'm not there yet. I recognize that. But like I said, man, I'm trying,
It's probably hard being an artist too. And
yeah. I like late nights, to be honest. Late nights is very quiet and you can't hear anything outside, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's peaceful.
Yeah, it's like creativeness is just like, I'm done with the noise.
Exactly.
The brain's just.
I feel like us here on the table, including Duke, who's in the background,
Duke.
we all have late nights. There's if I can message someone, I will get a response like at 3 a.m, and it'll be from one of y'all three.
Yeah.
And a lot of it could just be a meme.
Exactly, man. There's something special about 3 a.m. I don't know. 2, 3 a.m.
Hey, but I would say it's better to be 2, 3 a.m. inside the house doing some shit than being 2, 3 a.m. Well, I mean, nothing wrong with that, but like 2, 3 a.m. on a Wednesday night.
Exactly.
Pisteando.
Yeah. Save that for the weekend.
Or the beginning of the season.
Right.
So now that what are some projects you worked on, throughout this year that you're like that you hold dear to and they're memorable, because you've done quite a bit, like especially football related.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, there's been a few of them, man, and I'm grateful for every one of them. Starting with, there's been a few, but Kathy reached out, and it's the the disabled kids. I forget the blank out on the name right now.
Green Machine. Green Machine.
So she reached out. She had in mind for me to paint a banner for them, and we were gonna go over, Round Rock, right? Yeah. So we were gonna go over there, and I was gonna paint it.
Support them.
Kind of like had this cool idea of that, like they have a logo of a spinning wheelchair. Mm-hmm. It's revved up, man. It has fire coming out of it. It looks sick on its own. But I kind of tried, like anything, I try to make it my own. Added some spray paint and changed the letters up a little bit and all that, and we went out there to support them out there in Round Rock, and I hadn't been to Round Rock in forever. That was very special, man. To see the passion that they have, they're in, I don't even know what to call them, but they're like these machines that, they're like, disabled kids, and it's awesome, man. Like the passion they have, like it's just like it's almost like being in Q2 on the south end.
It's a soccer match. It's kind of like a basketball court too, right?
Exactly, yeah.
They're just
it's just special, like seeing that we echamos porra. We were out there chanting with Murga, and it was dope. Everything. Banderas, everyone was there.
What did the banner say?
What is it?
What did the banner say?
Oh man, I'm blanking out right now. What is it? I can't even. Let's roll. No. I'm blanking out.
Okay.
Cut this one out.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
Yeah. But no, it was dope. You know, thanking Kathy for that opportunity, and it was sick. That was kind of like one of the first ones. Another one, man, was Orlando reaching out with Austin FC. It's the banner said "Let's roll." So sorry.
Let's roll.
The Green Machine.
Yeah.
Shout out Green Machine. Keep doing your thing. It's so beautiful to see that. But with Orlando reached out. I believe there's a rooftop that hosts soccer throughout the week. I don't know if it's the weekend, but for sure throughout the week. I think it's called Banta rooftop.
During Liga Verde.
Yeah, during Liga Verde. It was another one of those atmospheres, man, that, it's just nice being there. You can see everybody's having a good time. Everyone's shooting the shit, just, drinking, DJ, music, whatever. And he reached out to paint a wall there. There's a wall over there, and they have I think it's like pickleball or paddle court.
Yeah, on the other side, yeah.
And that was like it's ATX. Just here, here's this wall.
Yeah.
We had in mind we want to paint ATX. I painted that. I shot a nice a time lapse of that, and you can see that on my Instagram for visual purposes. But that was like the beginning, kind of with Austin FC, kind of like reaching out and kind of just bringing me in basically as an artist.
Yeah. After you had done a few things with supporters, right?
With supporters, with Murga, with Los Verdes, and that was dope too, because while I was painting, there was football matches going on over here, and that was special, man. That was cool. Another one is Barrio CF, Club de Fútbol. Edgar.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Edgar, bro. He has a really special project there, and I can already see where that's going. That's gonna just bloom, right? Like it's gonna be very special to see. I'm grateful and super thankful that I'm there at the beginning, right, and helping plan a little bit, helping with art direction a little as well. And I had a few homies kind of, I reached out to a few homies like, hey, this is kind of the vibe they want. They want real street graffiti. I know some real street graffitiers.
Yeah. Graffitiers.
And I reached out and, shout out Mama's Boy Tattoo on Instagram, and Unknown Pantones on Instagram as well. My homie Kitso. They provided the letters for this project. We painted 2 containers. One 40-footer, I believe. That was Mama's Boy and I painted Diego Maradona and Ronaldinho on another container, and they're balancing a ball on their head. Go to Luster Pro East to check it out, and that was dope.
Go play a little match too.
Go play a little match
Tuesday and Thursdays.
Yeah. Like
it's pretty dope.
Exactly, man. There's the opening day, they had like a DJ on top of a container, and that was like, who's doing that in Austin, man? I don't know.
Everyone was there.
And the DJ is like in the second level, like in another container, bro, top. Like,
man, it's.
Then there was already a lot more art there, so like it's just.
Oh yeah. You're
playing soccer surrounded by art and color.
Yeah.
It's a I hate the phrase, but it's a vibe for sure.
So. Like, I've always have a thing. Then, and I'm saying that I didn't invent, but I heard it once, and it's like chamba, jala chamba, like you know, hustle. I always post hustle.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think whenever you're doing everything right, and then 2, you've learned to surround yourself with a bunch of people that they're artists, but you don't really feel like there's a competition, but there's more like, hey, my boy can help out here.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean. There's some of them have been here in Otra, but
that's the vibe we talk about Austin having to, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you can't do it, someone that can knock it out or do it with you. You want to tell us a little bit about your process for the Maradona and the Dino?
Yeah. So
It's I don't know if you had. I think that those were special too, right? Just going like larger format or.
Oh yeah. So my process was just to have them because they're some of my favorite players, right? Specifically Ronaldinho. This guy always played with a smile on his face and never let anything faze him, right? Like that's a strong attitude to have. Football is it's a roller coaster of a sport, man, and there's so many emotions. And to keep your composure and to crack a smile when somebody tries to take you out or break your leg or something crazy like that is another thing. So Ronaldinho definitely has a special heart in my place. He played
in your place.
He played my special place in my heart. Sorry, but no, it's dope, man. He played in my my hometown, Querétaro, and that's like. I heard that in the news. I never believed it. I still kind of like, what?
still a dream.
Took them to like the final match, but they lost. But still, man, Ronaldinho, it's dope, man. And shout out Ronaldinho if you want to link up, man. Otra, por favor.
Go party.
But with Diego Maradona, I was throwing around some ideas with Edgar. Throwing stuff out like who can I paint, right?
Yeah.
And man, he showed me a photo. I had seen that photo before. And the relation is the ball that he's balancing it was Mexico 86, 86, and he's balancing the ball on his head. And man,
not with his hand, right?
Dope. Huh?
Not with his hand.
Not with his hand.
Not yet. Not yet.
This time.
That's the next mural.
But basically, I was talking with Edgar, and he was like, "Wey, la emoción que tiene is just like." There's so much emotion in a photograph, right? And I salute you guys because y'all capture photographs, and that's dope, man. To sidetrack that a little bit, it's something very special that lives in me, and I remember it every time I talk about photography. Is my brother took a photo of somebody's dad, right? A few months passed, whatever happened, his dad passed, and then the guy. What is it? The client, right? The client who contacted or my brother was basically like, "Hey, man, like I really appreciate you for taking a photo of my dad." Mm-hmm. It was before he passed, man, and it's nice to have that visual of him because sometimes we don't have a photo or something like that. We just remember off our memory, right? And our memory is very faulty, So, but I salute you guys because that's the photography element. Back to the Maradona, like I'm a sketcher, man, and I love sketching, but doing portraits is something that I haven't really messed with a lot. Mm-hmm. And this was kind of like my first two actually huge projects, in my opinion, but I'm used to like painting right here, and sketching right here. And this is nice, but whenever you have something that you can't reach, is like when you need a ladder, it's a different scale, it's a different beast. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. I think a lot of people, I don't know if they're just hyping me up, but they liked it, and it's nice to see those faces like, yo, man, it's cool, man. Like, super, super indebted to Edgar, Orlando, Kathy, everyone that's reached out for a commission, man. I appreciate y'all. Words can't do justice to that emotion, right? So I'm flattered, to say the least, that y'all would want some of my work.
Yeah.
And to have that out in the open, kind of available anytime. It's not in a museum, right? You don't have to pay a toll or nothing like that. You just go in there, go show up, and hey, maybe give soccer a try, football a try, and try your luck at making a goal over there every Tuesday and Thursday.
No.
6 to whenever. I don't know.
Do you know if there's ever been another image of Maradona painted in Austin or like in a mural in Austin?
Oh, see, that's a good question, man. I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen any out there. Trust me, I feel like I would have seen it out here.
Yeah.
I've seen some in Houston. They have little academies or whatever, but that's a good question. I don't think so. Somebody reach out in the comments,
A ver qué.
Yeah. and like you can tell it's Maradona.
Exactly.
And Ronaldinho.
Crazy curly hair.
Crazy curly hair. Yeah.
No, they're good.
I appreciate it.
So
keep doing those
you.
portraits, because
I'm not gonna post a picture of it. I'm not gonna ask you to post a picture of it. It's better if people go to Luster Pro and see it for themselves.
Take their own picture.
Yeah, take their own picture.
And make sure y'all
Tag-
y'all shout
tag
me out,
them,
tag me,
them.
Luster Pro East.
Luster
Check
Pro
it out.
East. We'll drop the link of what Luster Pro East here,
Yeah.
so you guys can check it out. And also Barrio, so you guys will know where it's at.
Exactly.
But not like, dude, going into that, like you're painting, or creating art for someone that you really like, you looked up to.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho. As an artist, yes, I'm pretty sure, sometimes it's like, oh man, luego es difícil agarrar comisiones, but getting those type of moments is like, they motivate you to take it to the next level, but also know like, I'm here, like I'm doing this. They have confidence in my work, but I'm also doing it because this is something that I love, which is football. And I think, and then it's a very few select people, like from the population.
Yeah.
How many people can actually do the mural like that? So getting that like done, and then like it's a very well done project. That's props to you, because you didn't just get it. Like, oh, cool, I'm gonna do a picture of Ronaldinho, but I'm gonna do an image of Ronaldinho, like with your style, but still giving him the respect of not altering anything from his face or anything else.
I threw in the Querétaro jersey. It had the AC Milan jersey, but I switched it with blue. It's, just to make it personal, right?
So wanna like, let's go a little bit more into like recently. This year was a beginning of the year was busy for you.
Yeah.
I want to go in step by steps. So, and this is more connected to with Austin FC, which we'll talk about the game later too.
Yeah.
When did everything start? The campaign was to release a jersey, right? And then put a video on. When did they contact you, and how many times did you have to show up for them to film? Whatever part you were in the video.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh wait, actually, because what's kind of cool about all this is that the supporters were like a year ahead of the club, unconsciously, like.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Exactly.
We do a home opener with like a big heart.
Last year,
last year, and it was also like we talked about it a little bit, but it was a moment where, there was a little bit of division or just not being in the right terms as supporters. Right. So like changes coming, tough seasons, losses. So things were a little more difficult than when you're feeling that energy, that positive energy.
The energy had worn
down. And we wanted that tifo to represent Union and all of us coming back.
Exactly.
And before we go into that, in the parish, when they did the beginning of the season party, the president actually mentioned, the president of Austin FC, Andy Loughnane. He actually said he thinks we're the only club in the world that actually has a real heart shape when it comes to pretty much like design in their in like around like whatever, like when they feature it in the club. Nice. So the fact that you did that tifo, like, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, man, it's awesome, man. Like, I'm just deeply humbled, man, by that, and I'm just kind of speechless, and it's unmatched, man. Like, La Murga to me is like, that was the beginning of everything, right? Like, to my opinion, before there was like a built stadium, all that, that was the beginning of everything. And I reached out. I don't know if it was reached out to you. I can't even remember now, but
we met through Mural Supply, helping with the Selena tifo.
And I would drive around the city, man, and I would try to like sneak in, go around the stadium and kind of see.
Did you ever sneak in or not?
I would no.
Like I snuck in,
allegedly, yeah. But no, I would see y'all practicing out there. I saw y'all at least once, man, at least twice, like practicing out there. That was like, the heck are y'all doing? It's cool. But to bring it back to the question is, man, ever since I've been there, you know, Selena, with Joel Corraz's image, right? And
Yeah.
I've seen the team at Austin FC, man. Orlando, Edgar, everybody, man. They're just dope. They're good people. You know, they're son muy amables. I don't know. I'm not sure how to translate that to English, but they're very, very cool people. You know, well-meaning people, and they reached out, man. They Meg reached out with Austin FC. Reached out. I think it was like mid-January or something, and they were like, she was like, "Hey, we like your work." You know, I'm paraphrasing, right? But so we like your work, we like what you do, kind of thing, and
Pull up the email, dude.
we wanted to see if you'd be down for the opening match poster design.
You have 1 day.
and the engraved graphic that was on the Yeti Cup's opening game match, and I was floored. I was like, "Oh, y'all got the right email," you know, like.
Yeah.
Sure.
But no, I appreciate that. You know, like that was dope, man, and yeah, it has to be done next day. No.
And props to you too, man, because like we had like the concept of the heart a year ago was also, we had I guess a little bit simpler, but not
Right.
really. You know, it's like drawing it on a computer is one thing, but like you gave it your touch, which is what we wanted, but also making a fucking 50-foot fucking anatomically kind of correct heart, because we all have a little Texas in our heart.
Yeah.
Like it's and you don't do it alone, but like it is a giant piece of art. So
Yeah.
and just giving it all that detail is pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'm ever since the last podcast, man. Cada proyecto, like every project, I try to give it my all, bro. Like, and that's all I'm trying to do, right? Like, if I could put my best foot forward, my best my best intention, right? I try to have good intentions, and I want my best work to be out there. So sometimes I may ask for another day, or the art needs it, in my opinion, right? I feel strong about that, but.
And we're a group that cares about the quality of the art, or at least some of us try to give it the time if there's space and
Exactly.
we can, because we want the art to pop and be a statement, and be the best in the league, obviously. So
and
that little bit extra is what makes us different,
And that's the thing. Like, if this is gonna be one of those things that we have a young football club.
Mm-hmm.
I want this, to be one of the, I wanna take out all the competition, man.
Set the standard.
Yeah, exactly. Set the standard.
We want people to want to be what we are,
Exactly.
Look at what we're doing to try to be that.
Yeah.
And fail at it, but maybe they'll be a little better than the others.
Exactly, and it's something to build on, right? And since it is a young football club, it's something to build on. Hopefully, the next person can keep pushing that, right? Keep pushing that, and I think we're doing that. I think as a collective, right? Just as the hinchas supporters group, Tribuna, like that's setting the standard, man, and that's kind of where all the putting your best forward. Like, I don't know what it is, man, but if something is worth doing, it's worth doing well, right? Yeah. Like, and I think what we're doing is worth doing. What we're taking photographs, taking content. I hate the word content, by the way, but we're taking good photographs, good captures. I call them captures
documenting.
Because documenting.
Documenting.
I'm trying to do my best to be a better artist at every aspect. That's something that I want to do for the club, not only for myself, for the club, because it's an extension, man, and it's like the arms of the trees, like kind of like us hugged around kind of thing, But that's kind of it, man. I'm trying to do the best that I can at every project. Yeah, trying to knock it out the ballpark, whatever. So that can slowly transition to the next project or whatever that is,
Mm-hmm. And since we're in this topic, because I was gonna wait, but I think it's kind of important to say that you've stuck around with us too, because that's the type of artist we want, right? Like people that did a project and that they come back because they liked what was here.
Oh yeah.
Some people get busy, some don't. Like, and you have gotten busy, but you love the environment. You learned what the culture is, and you know what we're there for, right? And I think you coming back and even just to be around, if you're not leading a project but just helping trace or something, gives everyone around us confidence to be like, hey, we have these people around us that can help us be successful, and that's really important.
It's just to me, it's just a hang, man. It's a good hang, and we call it different things, el cotorreo.
Yeah.
Hanging out,
Controlled chaos.
That's what I see it as, right? Like, we're just hanging out. Oh yeah, you need to knock out a banner. Yeah, let's get it. Like, we're just hanging out and talking because we enjoy our company, right? Like, that's nothing's forced, man. I'm not gonna be there if I'm like forced or whatever, right? Like, if I don't get the right vibe,
we're not treated right. I mean, like,
exactly. Yeah. It hasn't been that. It's been nothing but cordial and buenas amistades, good friendships,
and growing culture.
And growing culture, man. That's
Rico tiene que saperte. It's all for good cause.
Exactly. And grassroots, right? I say grassroots a lot because it literally is the roots of the tree kind of thing to put it all together. You know?
Tree roots.
Tree roots.
No, it's built by the people.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
But tell us more about Meg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ya que, dijo, ya que te fuiste por otro lado, a ver, Meg.
No, she reached out.
Back on track.
She reached out like mid-January. I like looked at it. I was like, try to like ChatGPT a sentence, and I'm like, nah, just keep it simple, But I was like, hey, I'm grateful for the opportunity or something, I appreciate it. I accept. Yeah. I do. Nah. But it was.
You did cool. And then capital letters do.
But no, it's so she reached out, and it was kind of like, she acknowledged that it was like somewhat of a quick turnaround, right? But it was mid-January to February 22nd, so it's not that long. It's a month. I'm used to it. I'm used to chaos, right? I'm used to way more chaos than that, so that's perfectly doable. Mm-hmm. Orlando reached out as far as the recording. You mentioned the behind the scenes stuff, and I think that was like more. That was like maybe a week later or something like that. I can't remember, but basically, kind of got invited. I was like, hey, we'd like to bring you in for this, and it was the the shooting at Antone's, I believe. Mm-hmm. So that was awesome. Duke was there. I got invited for the one day, and then I was there. It was special, man. It was dope. And then like at the end of that, I was like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? They were like, oh, nothing. What you got? So they invited me tomorrow to the
day after,
the next day. So I showed up. So if you invite me, I tend to show up.
You tend to show up. For example. So how many you did in that, like being behind the scenes, how many takes do you remember they were doing in that film?
Oh man, so
or in the video.
Yeah. So the first day, hopefully I'm not crossing any NDAs or anything like that, but the first day was just kind of taking photos, people were taking photos. They were doing something on the main stage. I can't remember. I didn't know. Hold
on. I don't think your whatever you say is gonna go beyond what it's the Taste of Coco did.
Wait, what happened?
She got hired by MLS.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Nah, I'm not doing all that.
And then she leaked the jersey.
She should have known.
The jersey's out. The video's out.
Yeah.
No.
We'll see.
No, this time it was.
See if you get a letter in the mail.
Nah, this already happened, so it's good. It clears. But the first day, I just showed up, and they were shooting, I believe, something on the main stage. Yeah. I wasn't in that. I showed up, and it kind of told me to just kind of wait around a little bit. And then up top, there was like food and stuff, all kinds of the whole nine, man. Food and drink. And it was dope, man. I'm not used to getting that kind of special treatment, so that was like nice. And I'm like, wow, it's cool. Yeah. This is what the stars feel like. But no, it was cool. The first time I think it was
you were the talent.
yeah.
Now you know how it feels.
No, the first time was cool, man, and I believe we just kind of like got our photos taken right with the New Jersey and man that jersey is beautiful. It has like a two-tone verde and that black accent, and that's cool. You know, like I don't know. It's nice like that we're producing.
And
that
we can talk a little bit about that too, because some people might be like, oh well, why didn't they do black stripes, right? But
yeah.
if you look at the rest of the jerseys, like it would have just looked like the Montreal jersey
Exactly.
or the
And
Atlanta
similar.
jersey. So the two-tone made it different this year.
I was not a fond of the when they first had the leak,
Yeah.
but I think Rigo was like, just give it some time.
Grew
And
into
Rigo I
it.
trust. And then little by little I started seeing it, and then I have to wait till I see it with the actual like the whole uniform.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my wife, she's like, I like it, I want it. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me talk to somebody that I know.
Yeah. Happy
and-
wife, happy life.
yeah, no.
I saw it here.
Sometimes you like to risk it just a bit. That's why I'm recording today and not tomorrow.
Okay.
No, we actually have plans tomorrow. That's why we usually record on Wednesday.
That's why we're here at.
That's why we're
3
here
a.m.
at 3 a.m. But yeah, and then as it went by, I started liking it, and I saw it like in people, and I was like, okay, it looks cool. But it kind of gives it like the 90s look, the 90s vibe.
Yeah. I like the 90s were good, man. It was one of the better eras. But no,
The cuts should be like the 90s, but
yeah.
it was slim.
So the second day, right? The second day was crazy, man. The second day I was there with Duke. He was like, "Oh shit, Duke, what's up?" And it was cool, man. Like just having these familiar faces at another venue. It's just like, oh, it's another hang, man. Like you go into a venue. I've never been to Antone's, by the way, so that's my mistake. But I had never been there, like on a night where there's concerts or music, right, or whatever. But that was my first time there. I started seeing Fabian, started seeing different people. I saw Peligrosa. I was like, whoa, like this is a party, man. Like, what are you doing?
We're all hanging
we're
out.
partying like at 12 p.m., so.
Did they give you pantaloons?
No. Maybe that was it. No. Still Austin. Shout out to Austin.
Okay.
But no, the first time, man, it was dope. Like, so the first time we go in, man, I got to meet Jimmy Vaughn, man. I remember him. He's Steve Ray Vaughn's brother, and that was crazy, dude. I was like, what? Like, I was sitting in the same table as him, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's up? I was trying to keep my composure, but it's just kind of like cool, man. Like, it's a different thing. Like, I think last week or something, I wasn't like last week I got like fired from my job or something, and then the next week I'm like, oh, Jimmy Vaughn, artist here, artist there, musician. Peligrosa, like
It's like
all
this is the
right.
place I should be at.
this must be the place, like this must be the place, and
The start of something.
it's the start of something.
He's like,
bro,
well, I guess unemployment is not that bad.
no, man, like I worked all my life, bro, since I was like,
If you were in your 9 to 5, you wouldn't have been there.
dude,
I know,
exactly. I worked all my life, man, and I know,
Yeah.
like, I was taught hard work, by my pops and my brothers, sisters, and my mom, right? Like, I know what that's like, but to be in an environment with these people, right? Like these musicians, these artists, these writers, these DJs, bro, it's special, dude. Like the weird like vibe, the weird magic, the weird aura, whereas like it wears off on you, bro, because like here's Jimmy Vaughn, here's another artist, and here's another artist, and Fabian. I know Fabian. And these are new people, but there's some familiarity. It's like going into an unknown place, right? An unknown venue, but seeing a few people that you know or whatever, like that venue's taking over. In my opinion, it's like, oh, okay, I know you. So there's more of us than there's anybody else. Like it's the artist blood, I guess, right? I don't know, the artist magic, whatever it is.
The creative.
The creativity, I don't know. It's something dope, man. So I think they were like just, they were shooting the first part of the video. So the first part is just hanging out, people at the table. And then in the back is, I think, Annabelle. I can't remember her last name.
Chairlegs?
Chairlegs, yeah.
Is that her
So,
last name?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's her last name.
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully.
Yeah, she's talented, man, and
Yeah.
she's so talented. And she was like, she was just grooving, bro, and she was just playing on the stage, and I was like, damn, like, this is the place, bro. Like, fuck the 9 to 5. Like, hey, man, I have a deep respect for anybody that has a 9 to 5 and all that. I had it for several times, right? But as an artist, you kind of like the structure of stuff kind of deteriorates, man. Like, it flies out the window when you got something to do the next day and you need to stay till 3 or 4 in the morning, like an old English paper or something that you're in college. You need to get it done so you can get a B, so you can pass the class. As an artist, you need to get this done so you can pay rent, so you can do whatever, X amount, whatever. But this is where I should be. Like, I'm like, oh shit, this is where I should be. Like, like if I had a 9 to 5, I'd be there 9 to 5, and just, I feel like wasting my talent is it's a strong statement, but that's what I feel like.
I guess
doing.
it also happened like
At
on
the
its
perfect-
own, and then things trickled, like fell into place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fall into place. That's the thing. Like, it just fits it just fits, like, like the little, what is it? Like the square cube. You just put the square in there. Like, it just fits.
Yeah.
There's no triangle in there. That's kind of like the
Was the one saying when it doesn't fall apart, it falls together? Something like that.
It falls together, dude. That's just sick. Like, so that was the first time. That was like the first day anyway. I was
being
like,
a VIP.
yeah, of being a VIP, I guess, and that was cool as hell, man. Jimmy Vaughn, I gotta mention this, is like, he was part of the Thunderbirds in the old days, and I have that on vinyl. I know you're a vinyl collector, and in Houston, I had that, man. That was like, I would play one record of his. Like, my girl at the time, my girlfriend would want to go to the movies or do something else, and I was like, hey, hold on, like, listen to this one real quick. Basically, shout out Jimmy Vaughn from the Thunderbirds, man. Like, he has a song that's it's the guitar, I don't know, the chicken song or something like that, but he literally picks the guitar strings and it sounds like it's fucking chicken, dude. It's like, book, and dude, like, to me, I had never seen that guitar, so I mentioned that to him, and he, like, the lady next to me doesn't know what the heck I'm talking about. She's just like, what the hell? And I'm mentioning it to him. He's like, here, I got you. Like, to the lady. He's like, and he starts doing it. I'm like, dude, I lost it. But that was like the first day.
Took you back home.
Dude, yeah. Took me back to old girlfriends, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but the next day, Orlando hit me up. He's like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, dude, what you got? What you doing,
I'm free.
I'm free, baby. You got no job. Ain't got shit to do. I'm going to kick it with Jimmy Vaughn. Nah. But the next day, man, was crazy. I saw Duke going in while I was getting, like, where I was parking. And I go in, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, it's going to be fun. Like, it's going to be.
Oh, wait. Duke
is fun?
Duke's also wearing glasses without glass right now. Make some content, Duke. Don't just look at us.
So the next day, dude, like, I go in, I don't know what to expect, bro. I don't know what Jimmy Vaughn yesterday, like, what the heck, So we're just hanging out. La Murga is, like, on stage, and other people, and cameras on them.
Mm-hmm.
They got that, I'm a little familiar with the track that they have, right? Like, to zoom out and kind of, like, go in.
Yeah.
Shout out my brother. He taught me a lot of that cinematography stuff, and that was cool, man. Like, La Murga was there. I was just kind of going to hang out. Like, I was, in my opinion, I was just going to hang out. So they're like, all right, y'all can come in now. I'm like, what? Like, oh, okay. Like, they're directing. They're going back and forth. They're doing their thing. I'm like, okay, like, just put me wherever, bro. I don't know. So I'm hanging out on the right side. A few minutes go by, right? 15 minutes or so. I'm hanging out on the right. Duke's on the left over there somewhere. Fabian's up there. Like, there's several people that we know, and they're all doing their thing. They, like, the director comes to me. He's like, all right, like, hey, can you clear a path? I'm like, basically, get out the way.
Kindly. Muerte la verga, pinche perro.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Dude. So,
Day one, sitting there.
so that happens, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll get out the way. So this tall ass figure just walks by me.
It's the shadow.
And just a shadow, just some freaking gloomy, mystical, cool shit. He goes over to the bar and he just kind of hangs out there. He finally turns around and it's Gary Clark Jr., bro. Like, I was listening to him in past life in Houston. Like, blues, bro. Blues are like, I try to pick up the guitar a few times, and blues are what spoke to me besides the corridos and all that, right? Like, obviously, it was sick, bro. Like, he was there maybe for like 5-10 minutes, literally just like turns around and looks at the camera and does the whiskey like money shot.
Y vámonos.
Y vámonos. He went on to like, he was there like literally 5 minutes, bro, and just bounced, right? And that was sick, bro. I was like, oh shit, this is showbiz, huh? Like, this is cool. Like, I'm in the right place, bro. And shortly after that, maybe 5-10 minutes, they bring out fucking Matthew motherfucking McConaughey. And I'm like, oh shit, I was like, god damn, bro, it just like keeps stacking up, and I'm like, damn, hell yeah, I should be here, bro. Like, this is it. Esto es, no, like, se armó, güey. And that was dope, bro. Like, I was kind of like fangirling out, he was doing his thing, bro. Like, he had his input on what was being filmed and all that, and just a pleasure to kind of see that, bro. That's kind of cool. Like, my brother and I've seen other people kind of direct, and that's cool. I love my brother, bro, but like Matthew McConaughey is just like, oh shit, like, cool. Like, that's just crazy, bro. Like,
Matthew has won an Oscar, so he knows what he's saying.
Yeah. So it was just cool to see the directing side of it, and it was dope, man. And Listos Verdes, the bombo, it was, you'll see it, go check it out, Austin FC, and the Instagram, the Facebook, all that. But that was the behind the scenes, man. It was super special, bro. It was unmatched, and I can't, I wrote I have a keep a journal kind of thing, and I write a lot of stories and poems here and there, but I wrote a little thing about it, and it's cool. Maybe it'll come out later. I don't know. For now, I'm just kind of keeping those in special moments.
For now, maybe next year.
Yeah, exactly. Look out.
Yeah, so that happens. The Jersey video is released after it was leaked, for a while. But it was still pretty good, release. It was like pretty badass. I think like it hyped a lot of people.
Exactly.
And then we're getting to the game, right? We get to hang out at Soho.
Exactly.
For the, el Power Verde. Cuando era activo.
El anuncio.
Yeah. And then you went to the parish también. Were you there?
The where?
The parish.
No, I missed it.
Okay.
I was like, I got invited, but I had to do something, man. I was like bummed out, but what happened?
Estuvo chido. Estuvo chido, sí.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Haz cuenta que esa noche y la noche, en dos jueves, I got to my house like at 3-4 in the morning.
And he wasn't doing anything creative.
I was not doing anything productive at all.
Creative guilt.
That's the one thing. Like, my wife, she sees me like in the camera. I mean, she was like, what do you call it? It was fun nights though. I didn't get in trouble.
No regrets.
No regrets. But it was fun.
Regrets.
I enjoyed it. Rigo enjoyed it because I
enjoyed the Adrian Activo a little bit more. I think I was a little more enjoying, and then the other one, it was like Murga played, so it was a little more coordinating.
Okay, yeah.
Este era
at
más
least
como,
for me.
Yeah, más un caos desorganizado.
Yeah.
But both were good.
Right.
We had
both
fun.
were fun.
Yeah, both were fun.
People had fun. So
Yes.
that's what's important.
That's also, it was good times before, a season. Because I think from here on out, it's going to be busy till November, hopefully December. Right. Now, game day comes. You have the poster ready. When did you have that poster ready?
Tell us about the poster.
Tell us about the poster.
So I was like kind of running it.
Back to Meg.
I was kind of like, I was cutting it close, man.
What did you feel right when you said, okay, send?
It was dope.
Ideas flowing.
The little like formula started, making right here like this.
Like, what the fuck am I gonna draw?
No. Like
it's the way it was like. Was it the 19?
Yeah.
El árbol, güey.
No, so like I did the Yeti graphic first, that was like that was quick. It was like 2.5 or 2.25 by 2 inches, small little square. And I try to play on.
You're like,
on
I've done like 50-foot
Yeah.
hearts, like
So-
a little 2-inch heart.
Exactly. So that was I knocked that out pretty quick, right? And then the next one is like, okay, the I think you sent me the meme, or not the meme, the photo of Harry Potter, and there was a scene where the car, it was an old school car.
Oh, but
and,
I sent you that at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the beginning.
But to clarify, I never saw that movie. All right, I saw maybe Harry Potter once, the first one.
It's a scene where they're like, I don't remember what was happening, but they're in a little blue car and they're like driving somewhere, and then this fucking tree just picks them the fuck up and it's like smashing them.
And it's very similar to what the poster was, but I didn't see that movie, just to clear that up.
Yeah.
Came from my
No
head.
one said. Have you gotten that feedback or anything?
No.
Oh, then shut up.
I just want to. I want to get ahead.
You can skip that part.
No. But the poster, man, it needed to be ready. I think it was like February 12th or something like that. A week and a few days before the game, just so everything will be ready, everything will be printed. That day I was like, man, like you said, man, you get busy, still learning how to like move stuff around, move projects around and work that, right? So if you have a commission, I appreciate your patience. Thank you. And I'm figuring it out. But basically I wanted another day just to kind of do my thing and add a little more details here and there, right? And I reached out to Orlando. I was like, hey, is it cool if I get another day? It's like trying to be on my best behavior over here. But he was like, hey, man, just send in what you got, just so we can meet deadline and we'll be good, right? You'll have feedback, you'll have more time kind of thing. So I did that. The poster, I got feedback from them. They said that it needed to have some more info or the opponent needed to be worked into the design, something like that or something like that. But I'm very motivated or influenced by old school graphics, man. I love old school graphics, whether it's an old school logo or an old school like anuncio ad in old newspapers or whatever, right?
Carros.
Yeah. So that's kind of where the inspiration comes from. I think I saw like a really old movie poster or something like that, and it had an old school car right there, and it's like a horror movie. So if you haven't seen it, check it out on my Instagram or Austin FC's. Hopefully you got a copy, But basically to break it down, if you haven't seen it, is bam, old school car in the foreground. Middle ground is a tree, representative of Austin FC, right?
Aggressive tree.
Not that, not that friendly. So that's mid ground, and then top background is Austin FC versus Sporting Kansas City. And I try to keep the old school roots alive in it, man. And I looked at like comic books. I have a freaking archive. I have archives of comic books in my laptop, man, or in my Mac. Probably too much, but usually where it says the volume, instead of the volume, I put the fecha, the date.
Mm-hmm.
Usually there's a stamp that says where the comic book was printed, a press. Instead of that, I put Q2 Stadium. I made a cool little Q2 graphic with cursive and whatnot. And then on the little circle, it's usually the amount that you pay for.
Price.
10 cents.
25 cents.
25, 5. Instead of that, I put the time of the game. And the old school car has like a couple in there, and they're like, shrieking at the tree. So it was basically comic books, horror films, horror anuncios, ads, and that's kind of where the inspiration came from, because we're not here to play games. This is the first game.
What did it say on the bottom? What's the phrase?
What is it? Oh, at the bottom it says you're not in Kansas anymore. So an allusion to the film Wizard of Oz, old school. I even wanted to kind of add a little like a witch kind of right there, but it was too much. I was like, I don't want to destroy them.
Yeah.
It's good enough to hint at it, but that's kind of where the inspiration came from. That's kind of the breakdown of the poster.
It's kind of scary too, you know, kind of like
yeah.
you're coming into the fortress type of thing, and you're not gonna.
We're not gonna fuck around.
You're gonna come out with some, at least with some dents.
Exactly, some dense trees.
I'm glad we won that game.
I really like the added like little details, like all that comic book kind of stuff. Like it made it kind of, it connected it like together.
Thank you.
They kind of when I think of Austin, right? There's when I've moved, a lot of the graphics and a lot of stuff that I would see in the streets were comic 70s, 80s related.
Yeah.
Retro. And I don't know if that pretty much kind of went away, but this kind of reminds me of like, hey, this is when I moved to Austin. This is what it was about.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool, you know, because I feel like a lot of people thought like, man, it brings me back that, you know, that time in Austin.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, was it one I Love Movie, or was it one movie store that closed down?
On the airport.
In the airport.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that, or Alamo Draft House, when they, you know, they released before they play they have a movie, they have other movies that are similar, you know, to that, for like old school stuff.
And it's just art, right? Like Alamo Draft House, man. Shout out Alamo Draft House, you know, give us some gift cards or something. But they have a lot of great art. They have a lot of great poster art in their venue, right? Their movie theaters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first time I went to Alamo Draft House was like Mueller or something, and I was like, oh, man. I didn't even want to, I mean, obviously I want to see the movie, but I was focused on like, oh, dude, like, I want to take a photo of this. This is dope.
Yeah,
and
it's
just
a different experience,
exactly.
not just like red curtains and
it's
just
old school art hanging up everywhere. Just art, just kind of connects with especially artists, but with everyone, right? And that was cool. I wanted to go for that movie retro comic book feel.
Was there a moment where you're like, this is what I like? These are the elements I want in it, or did it just kind of?
I've learned to embrace chaos. And I thought I had a winning product, and then I sent it to Austin FC, you know, Meg, Orlando, and others for feedback, and you know, I sent it to a few homies, right, like just to kind of keep that. I value people's opinions, man. So they may see something that I don't see, right? Like you just no lo miras for whatever reason, right? And they came back like they were like, oh. I had the match information at the bottom, where it's Austin FC versus Sporting Kansas City, and they're like, oh, you gotta like incorporate it into design, and I was like, like what? This is it. That's what I felt right at the time, and now looking back, it's funny because
you love letters.
Because I love letters, dude, and it just that area right above the right side of the tree or whatever that is, like. That's like a perfect area to put Sporting Kansas City. And, you know, you don't want to make Sporting Kansas City, like, super big. It's Austin FC's house, bro.
Yeah. Like the smallest possible. Yeah.
There's been a lot of different poster art, and some of them, you can tell, they don't understand that it's about the Verde here.
Yeah. No comment.
But
hopefully
no hate, but, you know, they're all getting opportunities, too.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
Like, the poster is more impactful with the people that understand what's going on.
And I'm very detail oriented.
What did they say, that there are lines to get them? And
yeah. Apparently they ran out. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So from what I heard is a lot of the posters.
Can I grab the copy?
What's that?
Can I grab the copy?
You can get it. And that's fine. You can come back and you can okay. But I can keep talking. But basically what I heard is you can actually show it, since this your piece of art, and I'll switch.
Okay, you got it.
There you go.
A little less.
There you go. Let's keep it right there. Ahí está.
Bam.
Esa hermosura. Chiquito.
Gracias.
And
all right, we're good.
Yeah.
Cálmate.
No, and so I think I was walking out and Hernan from Austin, he was like, hey, there's a lot of people that do you know where like they're keeping copies, because there's a lot of people that wanted a copy of the poster, and I was like, No, dude.
This is
I got one by luck,
Yeah.
and Duke got one by luck, and but I think from what I heard is that they had them at the
If
Lexus.
you guys would help with the banners at the end, you'd get one.
Ya ves, póngase vergas. and so yeah, they're saying like they had stacks of them at the Lexus and the Captain Morgan. I don't know at the Captain Morgan,
Oh,
but I think because it was raining,
Yeah.
they probably didn't want it to get them wet.
Damaged, yeah.
So I don't know, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see why they will keep it in a place where it's not dry when it's.
Yeah.
But I think si la gente lo quiere, you figure it out. You know.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, hopefully, whoever didn't get one, it must a second release or something. I don't know.
No.
Hit me up.
Yeah. Well, we have to talk to
Make
McConaughey.
Make some
Yeah.
bootlegs.
Right.
Might find some at the Pulga for sale.
We got the
Cash.
pantalones. Now the team has the pantalones money to reprint.
There you go.
Another 1,000 copies.
Yeah.
1,000, give or take. That's cool, man. And then the heartbeat. When did you find out you were gonna do it?
Dude, man, that was like day of, like, it was like game day, man. I was kind of like running some errands or whatever, last errands, and I think Orlando reached out, hey, you're gonna do the heartbeat. I'm like, oh shit. He had told me that if Matthew McConaughey wasn't gonna be there or something like that, I don't know. He was messing around, but I was like, oh, okay, Matthew McConaughey's gonna show up. It's fine. I was like, oh shit.
Sure he is.
Boom, pressure.
Was
And,
it was too cold for him or what?
I don't know, man, but that was super special, dude. That was dope. Like,
Yeah.
electrifying. I get a lot of shit for saying awesome too much, but fucking awesome, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I had been that nervous since, like, asked out my first girl or asked out, like, somebody. I don't know. Like, I hadn't been that nervous since I took speech in college or some shit, insert whatever here. Like, it was sick, man. It was dope.
Yeah.
It was special. A lot of eyeballs.
How does it feel to be up there with everyone yelling at you?
Dude, it's insane. I was yelling at them. I was like, "Arre, cabrones."
Oh, yeah.
No, man, it was so dope, dude. Like, I had like homies that were going to the game. They were like, hey, we might go, we might not. I'm like, dude, y'all should come, bro. Like,
I have a surprise for you.
no, I didn't. Yeah, like I didn't even know then, and I was like, dude, like just come out, bro, whatever. Some of them made it, man. Homies from like grade school, bro. Like La Primera way, and I grew up with these fools, and grew up playing soccer. Grew up talking to girls, getting fucking rejected. It was dope, bro. Like it was cool for them to see that. I imagine, right, and like I don't know. In my opinion, right, if one of us wins, we all win, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it was cool having them there, bro, just because they know me from like a past life or whatever it is, and we're out here together. There's a lot of like new people that that I've met and all that, but to have them there was like super special. Shout out Barry and Renato and my brother, bro, my brother Armando, and Mama's boy, bro, and just having them there is super special.
Yeah.
For me, dude, like I don't even know. Like I think I messed up like the roll once, like boom.
Yeah.
Like I hit it once, but like it just went on.
No,
Yeah,
you,
I heard
it up really bad.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like I heard on Reddit, like el Pedro Infante la cagó.
But dude, that was like so. I was practicing with Kurt.
Yeah.
That was cool, man. That was.
You get a few minutes to practice.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah.
If you're still, still fucked up one of them, but the show keeps going, bro.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah,
dude, like,
yeah. That's what
so many eyes on you, dude. Like I'm not used to attention. I try to like fly under the radar.
Yeah.
You didn't wear your fucking thing, dude.
I know, right?
I'm introverted at on my deepest level. I'm introverted, but I've trained myself to be extroverted, right? But man, I've been there. I've been in the South End before, bro. Like this ain't no longer like this is not unknown territory. It's home, bro.
Yeah.
I felt at home, bro.
You felt at home. That's good.
I felt at home. Kurt, he was like, hey, like I got you. I'll match you. So
when you fucked up, he's like, yeah, I can't match that.
Nah, but it was sick, man. Like I don't know. Like he said, hey, it's gonna feel like forever. You're gonna feel like you're up there forever. Fucking did, dude.
Yeah.
There's some shit about like time the time slows down.
Slow
bro.
down. Yeah.
And
But,
the way it is like you want the players to come out,
Yeah.
the other team to
Es
feel
la
like
pura
they're
ese cabrón.
fucking alone. Yeah. So you just gotta keep it going.
No, yeah, but
there's
dude,
a plan.
it was sick, man. And to be the first of the season is something super special. Like I've seen, I think it's Julia Grosso, right? Grosso, she's a Canadian footballer.
From that played in UT.
Yeah, she went
Olympian.
to Juve. She went to Juve.
Won the Olympics.
Saw her do it from the Olympics and saw McConaughey do it. Saw
Mama Duke. Está Sofía
Like, damn, bro,
Valtierra.
like, I know
Gary
McConaughey.
Carl Jr. McConaughey has done
Yeah.
it. I think Eric Burton también lo ha hecho,
Yeah.
¿no?
Yeah, from Black Pumas.
Even Mark Henry from WWE.
Dude, to be in that roster in that role.
Yeah, you're part of it now, man.
Fuck, dude, I'm in it now.
You're in it now.
Ahí estamos, jefita, like we out here.
But
you know, like,
there's different, like, we talk about this a lot, and they bring people. Obviously, there's a hype factor. There's different things, but there's people that are doing work in the community that deserve to be up there, and you're one of those. So
shit, I
that's
appreciate it, man.
that's what's cool about it. You know, like
Yeah,
you're working, and hopefully this is in the end. You know, like you keep working together with us, and that's probably more special because
It's
you're
not.
not just talent. You know,
yeah,
you are talent, but it's more than that because you put in the time.
Yeah, I think that's what I told Adriana. I was like, you did a song right, but now it's your job, you know, since you're the one that created the song, to connect with the people.
yeah.
You know, try to go to as many games as you can, like try to be involved when
Exactly.
there's activities going on.
Yeah.
So that way it won't just feel as, oh, you did a song and that's it. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
And the community will carry you and
yeah.
with them, you know.
And it's like
They'll appreciate you more.
you had my curiosity, now you have my attention, right? Like that's it's a good, man. It's a good platform to be, and that was super special, man. I don't have the words to describe it, but it was exhilarating. Just felt dope, man. Like, yeah, they told me to take my jacket off, bro, and I was just in Jersey, and it was cold, bro. It was cold as fuck.
I bet.
But
well,
man.
it was in the 40s.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, but it was.
I stopped feeling. I took off my jacket like
I
after
didn't
the
feel my
beginning of the
mustache,
match.
bro.
Yeah,
I was
they just
Word,
wanted
bro.
to sell the jersey. Man.
No, yeah.
I estaba empapado,
No,
yo,
no.
like, and but it was worth it
Yeah.
in every aspect. I think what I had in mind too, it worked out
Yeah.
with Joe, Joel, with but the fact that you're doing it, bro, it's a lot of responsibility, but that comes with like Rigo said, continue to show up.
Yeah.
You can't just be a one-time hit, one-time wonder, and
Right,
that's
right,
it.
right.
Like,
Well,
cada que se haga algo, güey, like, you know, it's basically it's I mean, I know like this really won't really matter to a lot of people, but like for you should feel like now you have a target on your back in a good way, because now like
don't
you have
fuck
to
up. Man.
deliver. Yeah.
No.
So
No, man,
and if you do, we'll call you out over here.
yeah, that's good, and I
Obviously.
hope y'all do, man. I like the responsibility, right? Like, bro, like this is church to me, man. You know, I've never been too religious. You know, I always preferred lucha libre on Sundays than church, to be honest, in Mexico. But this is one of the same, bro. This is church to me. Like, I'm a diehard football fan, you know, and the shit that we're growing here, man. It's like I've supported. I'm a Chelsea FC supporter. You know, I'm a Juventus supporter, and I always had a game. I always had a team in each league, so I wouldn't be bummed out too much, you know. But
Yeah.
this is different, bro. I live here. I fucking live here.
Yeah.
This is
You're in it.
And
You've,
sentimiento,
you've indirectly been a part of a few tifo
and it's a
banners,
collaboration.
different things, and you've directly also been a part of it. So
Yeah, it's a collaboration with y'all. You know, like every one of y'all does important things in the community. You know, Duke included over there sleeping and shit. But every one of y'all is dope, bro. Like I'm forever indebted to y'all, and let's keep pushing this shit forward. You know, con ganas, like a huevo, like everything we do for it.
Yeah.
We don't see it now, bro, but it's gonna pay off in a fucking 100 years. Clubs that are 100 years now, they started off with, and I think we're starting off with way more shit than they started off with, you know. But I'm kind of grateful for the opportunity. Any opportunity I throw at me, I'm gonna try to do my best.
Let's do it.
All right, man. We'll make sure you come through. No, I'm pretty sure you will.
There's a, I don't know if Richie wants to talk about something, but
Yeah. So
I have a couple more.
before we go, like maybe like the next 5 minutes,
Mhm.
talk about Austin FC,
Yeah.
the game.
I want to talk a little bit about the current tifo. Okay,
Current team.
Nando was a little bit in there too.
Yeah.
We're having fun with it.
What did you do in the current tifo?
So
Richie doesn't even know.
So I mean, obviously, like shout out Abstract Alberto, Joel Corral.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the fucking legend, and he keeps pushing his art, man. Everything he puts out is dope, and he had the idea for the tifo. Tifo is for those who didn't see it, is a bridge. Help me kind of like describe it a little bit. It's a bridge with like 6 players up top.
Yeah, so it's the South Congress Bridge.
South Congress Bridge.
Which houses millions or a million or something like that. Mexican, I'm blanking out. Mexican tailed bats, something like that. But yeah, basically he drew a bat right under it, a verde bat, just kind of with like a 5, kind of signifying, kind of hidden 5 in there, the 5th year.
And then a banner up top.
A big banner hung from it that said, always here, comma, year after year. And then in the top, it had a few players just kind of with every jersey we've had since the beginning of our history. And then there was just a little bit of space that he wanted to fill in.
Yeah, like the
in the bridge.
The bridge. So he already had like a what is it, Stu? Like STUU. Just
kind of like a graffiti tag kind of thing.
Graffiti on the bridge basically, and I think he told Angry Bird. He invited Angry Bird as well.
This bird, yeah,
this bird, and that was cool, man. That was cool to see. I had met him before, and that was dope. And I added little sayings here and there in graffiti, different styles, right? Like some blocks that said de la 512 from the 512, and the other ones said VHLM. A few tags here and there, verde negro, and just kind of like, just try to kind of give it a more realistic bridge. You know, like we have graffiti in Austin.
Here in Austin, it's a little bit more different types of art.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. But that was mostly it, man, and that was my my 2 cents in it, and thank you, Joel.
A little bit of tracing, but just helping fill it in. You know, made it pop a lot more.
Yeah, every chance that I got, I would go help Tifo duty, and for future Tifos, y'all come on out. This is a community driven project, and we're not getting any crazy funds or anything like that. This is just you and your 5-10 closest homies. That's it. Like, it's cool, man. It's something dope, something community driven.
Yeah, it takes hundreds of volunteers, and we keep making them, so we need volunteers all the time. If you think you don't know how to paint, we'll let you know that you do.
And it's a special moment to see it. Game day, we're raising the bar, we're setting the standard, Tifo wise.
Yeah, and then we'll talk more about it later, but the card stunt and all that, just the Violet Crown involved in there. So
there was like it felt like it was, the colors were slightly different.
Yeah.
But I think it was one of those where it's okay because of the vibes that were around it. I mean, what really represents the meaning behind the colors and the background, which it was like, damn. Like once I saw it, I was like, whoa, shit. I mean, it wasn't a big ass tifo either.
It was,
but it had a lot of involvement from everybody in the South End, and I think that's what made it. That's what made it like special. Like everybody who was able to portray something, like it was, it's kind of like when the group happened.
Exactly.
Within a card,
you hold up your card, right? Like it activates all
the 3,400 in the section.
Yeah.
And just trying different things, because we've done other mosaics, but like this one was mosaic tifo kind of layered
and a
kind of
fade.
thing, and a fade. Yeah.
Violet crown background. That was sick. That was dope.
Which once well, I mean, whenever Joel comes, Mark Toast is also gonna come
Nice.
and
Yeah.
talk too.
We'll talk more
So,
of where
yeah.
it came from.
wait, one more, yeah. So
Glad to have played a little small part in that's it's a massive project. So
You were busy
You
this
were busy.
preseason with all of us.
thankfully, thanks to everybody. I've been busy.
que te hable la América, We need un
Yeah.
mural del tetracampeonato en
and,
Austin.
and we can plug Murga later.
Yeah.
About En Verde Fest.
En Verde Verde
talk
Fest.
a little bit about Nando's participated in that a little bit.
How'd I go? We can talk about it. It's cool.
Right now?
Yeah.
That was, I mean,
You gotta show your shirt.
Verde Fest. So these are custom letterings. This is not a font. To clear that up. Custom letters from the homie Mama's boy Johnny, and man, I was kind of like, hey, bless me with some letters, man, and man, he knocked these out like he knocked the sketch out of these letters in like less than 10 seconds, bro. And
Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, bless me with some letters real quick. He's like, shh.
Damn, that's quick.
Gave it back to me, man, and I put an Illustrator, played around with it, added the 3D, and this is the shit right now. This is the
we just
it's gonna drop soon.
we opened the first ever Murga store. We had never had one in the 4 or 5 years, but now it's like Murga's own store, and that was like we made more logo tees, and we have we released the Murga album that released last year on vinyl.
Out on vinyl.
So our first merch for that year was the vinyl mainly, and the design of the BHLN design for, people identify with BHLM. It's part of our culture, and we just wanted to have a strong statement piece, something that is very in your face, and if you know what this means, you know what this means, but you probably know what this means. So
Verde hasta la muerte. For anybody who doesn't, we were out at 2-3 in the morning painting a banner.
any banner. Hell yeah. In the fucking cold. I felt that day was colder than match day to me.
We didn't need to
for
be
some reason.
outside, bro. We didn't even need outside.
So we released that at Verde Fest. Check out lamurgadeaustin.org.
Yeah, check out their store.
The new shop. Get your new vinyl. Get one of these tees. Hopefully hoodie soon
Support your community.
before it gets hot. But you can also wear it in the office, so if your office is cold, or
like Jimbo said, if you want to help the heartbeat of Austin grow, buy merch at the Verde store.
Yeah.
Like
not the store. Well,
the
yeah,
Murga
you can
store.
buy there too,
Yeah,
but dude. We need more money.
More money.
The Verde store is plugged everywhere.
The Murga store. Well, both. I mean,
they got this pretty New Jersey over there too, but
sheesh.
we're all humble over here.
And
And then Nando's gonna get these letters tattooed in his hand.
Yeah.
He said.
yes.
Or forehead.
Aquí.
I don't know yet. Still.
The forehead. Yeah.
Aquí, güey.
Yeah, right.
Y lo agarran cruzando la frontera en carro.
Yeah.
Where is this gang?
It's brand new.
It's brand
You
new.
know.
You want to know? Come to McCalla. Where y'all located at? Just go to McCalla. Who's our leaders? His last name is McConaughey.
Seen his work.
Y lo van a dar a McConaughey de la policía. Mr. McConaughey, we have a guy named here. He says that he
He
knows.
doesn't know.
And he's like, all right. And he's like, I'm on the way.
Damn. You're picked up.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? The whatever first happened was badass.
Yeah,
Everyone that
always a
came
good time,
endured the cold. Shout out. It was good. Good to bring the game day
Yeah,
at
dude.
midnight. Y luego,
There's
once midnight hit, vámonos a la verga todos.
Yeah.
There's something like weird in the air, or we're just on adrenaline, or
We're
like,
ready,
we're
dude.
fucking going crazy, dude. Because I regularly, like when it's cold, like I can't stand my feet, my hands, and my nose. But for some fucking reason, like I had a sweater and a shirt and a big jacket, and we were out there in fucking 33-degree weather, and I wasn't really feeling it.
Hell
I also
nah.
burned my hand with fireworks, so maybe it was that too.
And he had the
But
But that was
mask.
at the end of the night. Like we were out there from fucking 5 p.m. to like midnight,
Midnight, a little bit, yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Out there selling
On
merch,
one
out there
foot.
listening to dope music, man. All the dope bands that were out.
Yeah.
That was special.
A ver si me acuerdo. Aviator, Daphne Falls, Roosevelt, um, Nubia,
Oh yeah.
De Tierras, and my boy, de Catepec para el Mundo, Joshua Medrano, DJ Stitch.
DJ
Stitch,
Stitch.
the compa Stitch.
Compa Stitch.
And the headliner.
And the headliner. ¿Quién? De Tierras.
La Murga de Austin.
Oh, La Murga de Austin. Oh, like, wait, again. Oh, yeah. The headliner, the main headliner.
Playing into game day.
Playing into game day. Midnight. So
Some pretty cool pictures from that night too.
Oh, yeah.
dude,
Sick.
Nuke killed it, man.
Dude,
Whoever
Katie,
that guy
who else
is.
was taking photos that night.
Katie, yeah. Patitomalo.com, LLC,
Hell yeah.
Inc. Incorporated partnership, and Katie Inksing. So let's go into the game the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys thought of the lineup. Because what's like new team, a lot of changes.
Yeah.
What do you guys now? And we didn't.
I heard Nando saw Rodo and he told him what the lineup he wanted. Rodo and Nico talking.
Was it the first day of the shooting or the second day?
Nah, it was
His game day.
It was just having coffee.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It was dope, man. We had a lot of new blood,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah. A lot of people like figuring out where they came to.
exactly, they definitely got a sense of the atmosphere. The 12th,
Yeah.
12th player, right? In the stadium, and Brandon Vasquez, Ilya Sanchez, ¿quién más?
I have it here if you need it.
A ver.
So in the defense was Brad Stewart on the right back, Mikel Dessler, Julio Cascante with Brendan Heinz Ike on in the center defenders. On the left was Guillermo Vito. Midfield Ilya Sánchez with Danny Pereira, Owen Wolf. Y luego por lado izquierdo como extremo Jader O'Brien. Y luego lado izquierdo Bucari. Y arriba de punta Brandon Vasquez.
Very offensive lineup.
Very offensive lineup, yeah. There's a couple of surprises that were not in the starting lineup. One was Gallagher. He didn't get to start. Dubrzewski, he didn't get to play. But one Mirto Usuni, he is here, but he didn't get minutes. Probably just letting them figure out where's he at, like physically.
He showed up. He was presented.
He was presented before the game.
Came to the south end.
So
said hi.
The itinerary for that day was Nando, the presentation, y luego ya el tifo.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the game so far? It was only one goal, right? The beginning, the first half was sort of a bit of trying to get out of that Wolf system into the new system.
Exactly.
What do you guys think of each player? Not each player, but which player do you guys feel like it was had an outstanding performance, and which player struggled a bit in the field?
So, for me, I mean, I wouldn't say outstanding performance, but someone of note would be Ilya Sanchez's. I see what Nico and Rodo.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Go.
So I see what Nico and Rodo are doing right there. My opinion, they're trying to control the midfield, right? Trying to play the Spanish football, trying to play from the back, and I think Ilya Sanchez is crucial in that.
Captain as well.
A captain as well. Made captain. That's a big role to play, right, for the first time.
Yeah.
But I think he handled himself well, man. He was dope, and it's the midfielders controlling it, right? Like controlling the tempo of the game. I think he did a standout job, and that was very special to see. I think as a team, we dominated a lot of the first half, but for whatever reason, the no salía. No
Yeah,
salía el gol.
we weren't getting shots out,
Yeah.
but
So
we had the ball and we were working.
controlling the mid.
Yeah,
And I think, this is just me, but Brandon, obviously Osman Bukhari, because he got the goal. But Brandon showed out. He hustled. I could see him hustling, and man, if that goal, would have just been a little softer or whatever,
lower,
a little maybe less wind or whatever, that would have been a badass golazo, bro. Like he hit the top left corner of the post, and poste tuvo metal, cabrones. Like that was very exhilarating. That was fun. That was awesome to watch, and I know there will be more of that. In my opinion, we need to fucking shoot more.
Yeah.
yeah.
What is it? All the shots you don't take, you miss, right? So whatever that phrase is, but man, he took that shot. That was pretty damn close to going in. I want to see golazos. Yo quiero ver golazos. Mexico, the Liga MX, they shoot, bro. They shoot a lot.
Yeah.
I want those kinds of golazos, bro. Outside of the 18, inside, whatever it is, but I want them to be taking more shots. But back to the question is Ilya Sanchez, in my opinion, very noteworthy. Brandon Vasquez, in my opinion, is for me. Yeah. I liked him a lot. Obviously, Usman Bukhari gets the man of the match because he scored the only goal, but
he had some chances too, and he was just killing it on the wing.
Yeah.
Shout out Stu, always holding it down, always, siempre. Stu.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing, Ilya. Just I haven't rewatched the whole match, but every time I would turn back, I would see just how he would have the ball and just be comfortable on it.
Yeah.
And
Controlled.
just repartir el queso, como dicen. He's just nowhere to put the ball, to move.
He had a good pacing. I think, especially first game of the season, you need someone está calmado.
Yeah.
He had that. Like whenever there's moments to, hey, let's push. He would, but there was moments where you needed to assess the situation in the pitch, drop back a bit. But
and it's also interesting because how the lineup, like how they showed it, he's also laying back a little bit.
Yeah.
And he has these two young kids just with so much fucking energy
Pereira
to give the ball to and create. So, but they're also gonna have the energy to help him defend. So, whenever they need to.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an interesting lineup. I mean, I was hearing also Nico say just, I like that we dominated. Like just having the ball, having the possession, trying to make the place up top, and just seeing how, like, I like teams that have their style and they play it. So hopefully we proposed. I hope we propose versus like being the team that sits back. Exactly. Obviously, hopefully we can counter as well, but I like to see teams control the game, and I think we did that all match until we tired them out and finally put the ball in. Because we didn't seem to go crazy either after we scored. Like we were like, okay, it's locked in.
Yeah,
let's calm down and let's see what happened. And then we had that Brandon Vasquez shot too. That would have made just everything go even crazier, right?
There's two players that I think, for me, that had not. I mean, overall, the performance from if I were to give an average, it was 7.5, 8 for But there's a couple players that will fall back behind from that. It is Guillermo Viro, and Obrean.
I agree.
I think and there's a couple of moments where Obrean, I don't know if it's just because the overlapping Tesla would do. No estaba acostumbrado a eso because usually he was used to playing and being the only one attacking. But I saw him, and then there's one. I mean, we have two guys that are pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
And at one point in the game, like Obrean and Bocari, they clashed.
Yeah. Shouldn't happen.
But I think that stuff. It's. I'm glad it happened when we're attacking,
Right.
and of course you're gonna be able to adjust all of that right now. But it didn't happen when we're defending.
Exactly.
How it happened in the past.
That can lead to a mistake and
Yeah.
a goal.
But I think Vito second half he did more defensive than positioning in the offense, and that kind of helped them. You know what? Hey, like because there's a one part in the I think in the 30th minute where Stuber sacó una because le ganaron el espacio a Vito, so having that helped on telling them, hey, let's actually focus on defending instead of trying to attack too much,
Right.
and let the winger do the thing that helped. Pero el gol, tiro de esquina. I think at the end of the day, it's you gotta take advantage of whatever situation you get to score. That was the one fortunate part of when they scored. Brandon's shot in the post that didn't happen, but at the end of the day, I always say a win is a win. And I think I'd rather
having players like Brandon that'll keep defenders busy is super important, because before, like, no one was scared of us, now it's like he can pull some marks, make spaces here and there, so
create space,
create them. So we'll see when Usuni comes in too, like,
oh yeah,
just winning a match and playing like how we played with Obrean instead of Usuni, and being able to have someone that's going to jump in and is going to provide something to the team that's offensive and scare the rivals, I guess, or push rivals back. It will be interesting having that depth.
Now we still have to face, like we still have to see the team tested against stronger opponents that SKC with the rotated lineup. But the next 5 games that are coming, they're gonna be pretty. We're gonna be visiting Portland, and you guys let me know. We're gonna do the prediction for the next 3 games. Actually,
I'm
4. You're not. You don't want to predict.
Nah, yeah, I feel like it's too early.
It's too early.
Too early.
I want
to jinx.
Yeah, no. I just want let's for just Portland game. Away, tough crowd because they're loud. What do you guys think?
They're not that loud.
We're louder.
They're not about that's loud as South.
Yeah.
When it's cold over there.
Tacallitos. No.
Yeah. We'll see.
¿Cuánto ganamos? Aquí, comprométanse. I want you guys to commit to results, whether you're right or wrong.
I want a 2-1 Austin.
2-1
I'll say 2-1. With that, right? I don't know, in my opinion, right, and I tend to be a dick. I'm an asshole. I'll acknowledge that, but we didn't have a style of play with.
Thought you were a gentleman. That's why you were growing your mustache.
Well, this is like the first. This is the second beer.
Drinking old fashions with a Cadillac.
Allegedly, nah. We didn't have a style of play with Wolf. I feel like we're starting to culminate that. We're starting to cultivate that, and the style of play is what I've seen and what I enjoy is working from the back, distributing the ball, controlling the mid. We're missing a little aggression, in my opinion. I just like the aggressive play, but shooting more. Just
finishing the plays, yeah.
Finishing.
I think that'll come with
more time.
The time,
yeah.
the players knowing how to play together.
Soy inquieto, but that's what I want, right? That's what I want for the team, basically. Yeah. And I can see that already happening. Brandon's shot 1.
Yeah.
I know we're gonna be making more goals, man, for sure. Usuni's not even here. We're off to a decent start. I don't want to jinx it, but I say 2-1, Austin. You can't tell much off preseason games, right? No se puede decir mucho. Like, you see it,
and there's guys playing more minutes,
and this is different
time,
pressure.
So.
It's different.
Yeah.
Preseason's just very little pressure, to be honest. Let's put it that way, right?
So,
but
2-1.
2-1.
Do it, Rigo.
I'm gonna say I don't know. Probably a 1-1.
1-1.
Bring some points back.
I
don't think we're gonna lose, but
we've tied there in the past, and for sure we can do it again. Well,
Yeah.
they've tied. I don't play. They've tied 1-1.
hopefully they
see.
suck this season.
They
No,
do.
I
Well,
agree.
Portland, not us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna manifest that too.
Yeah.
2-0.
2-0. Órale. Well, Nando, thank you for being here,
Thank
my
you,
man. Appreciate you being here.
Always a pleasure.
I'm still debating if we're gonna record another episode for the next couple of weeks because it's gonna be pretty busy.
Yeah.
This episode will be released on Thursday, the 28th of February, not 27th of February. But next week, the first weekend of March is gonna be, well, not the first weekend, but the second weekend. It's gonna be Sips and Sounds. So we're gonna be covering that, and then South by. So I don't know. We'll probably take a long break, but in that, not from recording here in the studio, but
We got a lot of content from these, so
there's gonna be content from there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna happen in South by. Actually, there's several press releases I received and invitations to interview artists.
Nice.
So I'm gonna see if that happens, but that will be happening as we're over there.
Okay.
And I think it'll be a lot better than this year. So yeah, if you guys have an artist you guys want to check out during South by, you guys see us around, give us a shout out. Hope you guys enjoyed this mini festival season. I think that gets the festival season started around the world. So other than that, how can they contact you? How can they get a hold of you if you want to hire you for a project?
Yeah, man. I'm on Instagram. TXNando on Instagram. TXNando.
it stayed.
It stayed. I was thinking about rebranding, but Rigo says I know you as TXNando. All right. But that's mostly it. Reach out. I have my email on there for professional inquiries. Just reach out with an email or a DM, right? And I appreciate the community, La Verde, the Verde community. I'm working with the ATX Mosaic workshop over on the east side. If y'all have time, go take a workshop. All that.
Yeah.
And Barrio
Beaumont.
CF.
Beaumont,
¿Cómo?
Beaumont, Texas.
Beaumont Festival, Beaumont Mural Festival. I'll plug in it in, and that's happening in next week. So like Richie said, we're gonna be busy, but I'm gonna be working that. And basically, Mural Supply Co. Y'all got any spray paint needs? Any kind of murals done as well? Reach out to Mural Supply on the east side. So yeah, man. Muchas gracias, Richie. Muchas gracias, Rigo. Let's keep growing this fucking culture, and thank you all, man. I appreciate y'all. Rigo.
Con
That's
eso
it,
cerramos.
dude, I'm sleepy.
Dude, it's midnight. Nos vamos.
It's 4 a.m.
Bye.
Se cuidan, se portan
amaneció.
bien y arriba el América.
Wake up, Duke.
Otra, por favor.